So I roll this rock, or try to see if there's a green rupee behind it. It's nice to have as many rupees as you can, because the rupee route is somewhat dependent on the snowboarding rupees, which you can easily miss. And so I also dig there for a green rupee. I will not explain Sword and Shield Skip as I do it now, because I already have done an explanation on it. Practice a lot, ask questions in stream chats, watch tutorials, don't give up. So this cutscene is not as good. How to defeat Shadow Beasts. Always Midna charge them, never jump attack them. Since you won't have Midna for this first fight, just hold B to charge spin attack and release, and do that 2 times. You can do a quick spin, but it's easy to mess it up, so I'm just gonna hold B and your position is going to be the same here after this cutscene. It's playing right now. So I killed the first one, and then I killed the last 2. It's a lot more consistent than going for all 3 at once, because they're not always going to be at the same spot. So again, I'm going to do a B hop here, and then skip that cutscene. And we're going to ignore the vessel, and we're going to ignore all the bugs, because there's no need for us to clear this Twilight. When we clear the Twilight in Pharaon, a golden wolf will appear, and that golden wolf will give us ending blow. But we're going to howl at another howling stone, and spawn the golden wolf that way. There's also one frame there where you can dash before Midna lands on your back. So, as I said earlier, there's a lot of first frame, very small time savers here as well. And I got it. Obviously you're not gonna wait like I just did. But yeah, that's what an early Midna jump looks like. I like a Midna jump with a first framer. I might fail early Master Sword, hopefully not. I don't really have a proper tutorial on that yet as I'm recording this video, but there's a good one by MoFat actually, already on YouTube. Thank you for the bad luck. Alright, so navigation here, you want to go through that little spot. You look for this, and you pass through here, and then just almost just hold up. And look for this line, and then you dash. So here I'm going to hold upright, mash start and A to skip a cutscene and dash. Like that. you don't need to howl perfectly. If you get most of it correctly, then you can just mess around and howl whatever you want. If I wanted to, I could talk about movements for hours, probably. So I'll try to like leave out all the tiny stuff because it will just say like a second. Except right here, I wait a second and then I dash off instead of just like holding up and mashing A. So I make sure I don't fall in the water, because if you have a good angle, or at least an okay angle, and you dash before you jump off, then you will not land in the water. And again, that's like something that saves maybe 1 or 2 seconds. And I can go on and talk about 1 second time savers for a long time, but I'll try to just explain the basics. And then if you really want to get good, then you'll notice people doing like small time savers that I might not cover. My position was a bit awkward there because I side hopped before I did the jump attack on him. I can bonk into that rock, so just don't dash right away. Alright, so for this thing, there's like, let's say there's an invincible timer ticking down, and when it reaches 0, then he will blow his horn. Whenever you kill a puppet, that timer goes back to, let's say 8 seconds. I don't even know how long it takes before he blows his horn. But let's say it's 8 seconds, so a timer is ticking down, and whenever you kill a puppet, it goes back to the time it was starting at. So if I kill another puppet now, then he will take longer blowing his horn. So just kill like 1 or 2, like as few as possible. If you just kill 1, then it's perfect. And then you just try to avoid them, grabbing hearts or rupees, walking around the area. And then after a few seconds, come back to Skull Kid and wait for him to blow his horn. So just copy the way I do this puzzle. Almost everyone does left, down, up to the yellow block, right to the yellow block, down all the way, left once, and then up once. You pretty much move left, down, and then you go around in a rectangle, I guess. Until you reach this point, you're gonna move up here, and then just mash start. And if you don't want to get Butter Sword, just mash A here. It doesn't matter like how your movement is, as long as you press A quick enough, then you will check the Master Sword and not run past it. A lot of people just miss the sword, and then they try to like stand in front of it again, and they're like just walking around in circles around the sword. But if you just mash A, then you won't like glide past it, I guess. So with the Master Sword, you can turn wolf whenever you want, and you can also warp whenever you want. As long as you're not inside a dungeon, or somebody will see you. And that allows for a lot of cool stuff to happen. Now after all these text boxes, I'm gonna warp away, and you can't immediately hold, like tap down on the control stick to warp. So you press Z and you get 3 options: Wolf, Transformation, Warp, and Talk to Midna. And as soon as you get those 3 options, you can't go up or down with the cursor. So you need to like wait almost a second.
What?
It's pretty much you can't do it until Midna is like Midna's shadow is clearly visible. Okay, so I will do this all in one part, but I might not succeed, because I'm doing frame perfect stuff, and frame perfect stuff is not 100% consistent for humans. But hopefully I'll get it first try. If not, then it's just a few seconds waste. And having everything go perfectly in a tutorial is really nice, and that's what I hope for. But I'm not gonna like redo this whole part just because I didn't get this one thing first try. And I want to do it on console and not Dolphin. If I wanted everything to go perfectly, then I should have just used save states. But I don't want that. So again, we'll skip all the bugs. We're ignoring this Twilight pretty much. And the trick I was talking, or the glitch I was talking about earlier, will happen about now. So save here on your run file, which is file 2 for me. Then soft reset. And now we're gonna select the Hyrule Castle rooftop file, which is file 1 for me. And now we're going to do it back in time again. So hopefully I'll get the frame. I think I got it. Alright, so now I'll roll off and select file 3, which is the one at Bo's house. And now I'm gonna remove, like I'm gonna place my glass of water somewhere else because I need to reach over for my console. I'm gonna hold down, turn the Epona around, dash over here, do the Epona slide for fun. Now I'm going to hit the reset button on my console while jumping out here. So when you reset the game while you're like voiding out there, you activate something called early boss fights. So now you select file 2, which is your run file. And now you have early boss fight activated. You can do this fog in a lot of different ways. One way is to do this. It's pretty safe to do like 2 rolls and then swing the lantern. Press B to draw your sword and just keep rolling. Nice. I still need to practice getting through that purple fog, because I always forget how to do it. Whenever I take a break from the game, I tend to forget. So I did a roll stab on that first Shadow Beast, so you just roll and then you press B. Oh, I just press B a few times instead of timing it. And then you just make your way towards Forest Temple. So swing the lantern, put it away, and then press B to draw your sword, then enter Forest Temple, because your sword will still be out inside the temple. And there's a cutscene in the hallway here, or in the doorway, I guess. I'm gonna roll and then do a quick spin, which I failed. But sometimes you're gonna roll and then charge a quick spin while you're in the roll animation, and then press B, and it's useful right there. Now these spiders can be a pain in the ass. I might get super lucky, no, okay. So I'll lure this one down. And I actually want this rupee. So jump attacking this guy, and then I could go past this guy, but I'll just show you the nut strat as well. So it seems pretty consistent if you stand right here where this plank is. If you stand at the edge here, you'll almost always hit him. Because sometimes you can throw the nut at the spiders and the nut will crack, but the spider will stay alive. It's pretty silly. So you're gonna light these 4 posts and ignore the spider. Nice. And now we are accompanied by monkeys all of a sudden, because of the glitch. Because we voided out during the King Volbin fight. Now be careful, don't void in this area. If you void in this area, then you're screwed. So just press A. You don't need to hold control stick or anything once you've jumped off here. You just press A. And then hold target and do a roll, target roll. So that was the early monkey glitch, which, as of this video being made, is was discovered pretty recently. Skip this cutscene. If you don't skip this cutscene, then you will have Dekibabas on the ground here. Seven hop. That's not good. Alright, so now, again, jump attack, and then spin the control stick really fast before Link hits the ground, so you chain it into a quick spin. And then you do either one stab or slash. Like, I just hold the control stick in the direction of Ook. So a jump attack does twice the damage that a normal slash does. And the same with a quick spin. So let's say the Mesazor does 4 damage with a jump attack or a quick spin. So 4, 4, and then 2 with a normal slash or stab. That will be enough to kill him. Alright, so there's a mid text box that appears after you get the boomerang, but it doesn't appear after a few seconds, so bring up the item menu before that happens and equip Iron Boots and Boomerang, and then save. So right now we skip the mid text by just equipping stuff. And then say warp on file 2.